not.
Oh, who's on first? 1 second.
Yep. So we are only missing Wes at present, who's normally later because of his basketball, right?
No, he's actually not going to be here today.
Oh.
I thought he told you. He's in another country right now.
He
He's on
might have
vacation.
told me, and I might have forgotten. There's a lot of things to remember. So that's
Yeah, he'll be back next week. Yeah.
I didn't realize they gave hobos passports.
Voltaire. Voltaire.
Wow! Wow!
Please tell me that was live.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it was live.
Yes. Love you, Wes.
All right, so Dragonheart, because you were here, and I always pick on you. I love you, buddy. Why don't you do a little recap, and then I'll test the audio.
Okay,
Previously
so-
on D&D.
Previously on Dogpound D&D, Kraylin
Alrighty.
was dead.
No, Kraylin isn't dead.
He has been knocked out for a majority of like the last 3 sessions.
Yeah, because he turned evil.
Okay, not evil per se.
Boy!
You're gonna get set on fire.
If you look in the party 3 campfire, out of character, he's not evil. He's just dumb.
No one wants to read the lore. Come on.
No one wants to read the. Yeah, this is the lore. The lore of the Dogpound D&D SMP.
This is pre-beta. We don't have lore in this game yet. Get out of here. So last time on Dogpound, the 2 parties have collided once more. Seeing a different cast of people has appeared in Party 1. There's been an interesting meeting as a crossing of paths, as well as finding out the many people who have either died or disappeared off into a new place. During this meeting, it was discussed between both parties what possible things need to be done to break the crystals that are corrupting this world. From that, we found that we needed to obtain the ability to cast 3 different spells: Shatter, True Strike, and Dispel Magic. We need a mallet to be able to forge said pickaxe, or hammers to forge said pickaxe that Tremius has, and a dragon tooth to forge the material to make said pickaxe. The parties determined from what information we have, our best chance is to hunt the 3 teenage dragons that are in the west to obtain our dragon tooth. And that is where we currently are.
That was the perfect amount of time to get that dialed in. Elvin, you were the most integral part of half of the mechanics in Dogpound D&D. And Callian's the mother.
Hello.
It's the mother.
Anyone need snacks?
And Naxus is the uncle that you don't usually talk about in at family gatherings. I don't think he's here yet. Voltaire said he was going to be here but be late. So I think, and Elred will never be here on a Monday. So I think we have everybody who we're supposed to have.
And Ikarath.
And Ikra.
Oh, I know you. I figured you were going to be here.
We have everyone we're supposed to have. And Ikra.
Are you saying that Ikarath's not supposed to be here?
Yeah, it was kind of the genuine thought behind that statement.
We like Ikra being
Where
here.
is
He's
it?
fun.
Where would Ikarath supposed to be, though?
Somewhere in a tower
Wait,
far
I know
away
where
from
he's supposed
anyone.
to be.
Trying drugs where he can't hurt anything.
No, I'm gonna message you. I know exactly where he would be.
Oh!
That's exactly where he would be.
Where Rashok's rack?
Nope. But
Oh,
this,
no.
But this is why sometimes I seem scattered. when I'm DMing a little bit, because at this point you guys all have so many different things that you don't know about each other and that are you're interacting with the world independently. Oh boy. Okay, so we're all at the round table. Kalia and Cyrus, you guys can be coming in after you woke up and in the inn, if you want.
Well, those two interactions are going to be completely different, so we'll go one at a time here.
Okay.
So Cyrus will hear the clamor and knock on the door.
Is there someone at the front door? Alright, hold on. Hello. Oh, you're already here.
Having a meeting without me.
You wandered off. I didn't know you were here.
Well, after dealing with the imbecile, kinda needed a rest.
Okay, do you understand how little that narrows things down?
I was about to say, which imbecile are we talking about?
Because, Kralen's right here, so it can't be him.
You got Kralin, you got Ikra.
Bold of you to assume Cyrus wouldn't say that in front of Kralin.
Bold of you to assume you see Kraven.
Yeah. Kralin's
so
invisible, by the
beautiful.
way, and unconscious. Well, there's a little bit of mashed potatoes hanging weirdly in the air above a plate of mashed potatoes and off to the side a little bit.
I was referring to the most recent imbecile.
Again, which one?
I think he's talking about
It's
Kraven.
Krayling. Come on.
Well, yes, we were discussing what we need to do, and we've decided dragon hunting is our best choice.
I'm sorry, dragon hunting?
Yes.
You say that like it's easy.
Oh, yes, of course.
It'll be fine.
All you have to do, is you aim for the stomach.
And pray tell, what dragons are we after?
Oh, do you know those three that that were about to destroy the city? Oh, we're choosing those as our target.
You're picking the 3 dragons that nearly killed all of us before we met you.
Yes.
Krail and I apologize. You are no longer the imbecile of the day.
They're teenage dragons. They're weaker than the other one we'd have to fight. As I am well certain that the other one that we would have to fight is an ancient dragon. And I'm pretty sure they could kill all of us with a single blast of their breath.
None of this sounds pleasant.
We need a tooth.
Come on, that doesn't mean anything. People say that about you all the time, Cyrus.
And I doubt they'll give the tooth willingly.
Is there any way we could try?
We want to convince a proud dragon that perhaps they should hand over one of their front teeth, as we need a big one to forge the pickaxe.
I mean, I knew it was a long shot and partially it was a joke, but at the end of the day, if we can get one without having to fight dragons, that will make life easier.
The only dragon I could think of trying to obtain a tooth from that isn't a fight. We have a seldom idea where he is other than he's in the Sarish Mountains, and I would prefer not to ask that of the only dragon who is friendly towards me.
It's too bad Kralen's unconscious. He knows where a dragon is.
What dragon are you referring to that you're familiar with?
Oh, that's Jacob.
Is that the one that fell through the inn with you?
Yeah, that's Jacob.
Isn't he from a farm?
Huh?
Or maybe an estate? I can't remember.
Wait, didn't you save him from creatures trying to infuse him with corruption?
Yes.
Doesn't he owe you then?
Yeah, he'll owe us a debt. If we didn't want to have to fight a dragon, I'd rather we go for that option. He does owe us a favor, we can pack that in.
It's just there's something that I can't really talk about that terrifies me of where he's at.
A little bit.
Well,
Alvin,
Hi.
you know the spell polymorph?
I know the spell polymorph. I don't know it
Have you ever
myself,
seen
I
a
know
white
of it.
dragon? Because if you turn into a white dragon, it's polymorph. We can just take your tooth.
You do realize that requires true polymorph, you know.
Ah, magic doesn't work that way. You can just do whatever you want. That's why it's
Polymorph
called
is limited
magic.
to beasts. True polymorph, you can turn into anything you want.
Why would you want to turn into bees?
A beast.
Is that like the queen bee? Or the king bee? You know, I never heard about king bees. Is that what they call a king bee? The beast?
Sure, let's go with that.
Rosalind is just gonna say, well, I'm sorry, but the king bee isn't really a thing. I mean, it's always the... And then he, like, you know the little hand flip thing that people do?
Yes.
Or that I do because I'm especially fey? He's like, you know, the only people that really should rule are the queens, if you catch my drift.
Don't. Why would a bee need to drift? It can fly. Drifting something ships do.
We're going to get on a tangent if we keep talking about terminology like this.
Yes, we're getting off track. So you're not going to ask the dragon that owes you a favor to do the favor that he owes you. Is that what I'm getting from this?
You want me to try to find him? Because I have, other than he's in the Sarish Mountains, I have no idea where he is.
Okay, let's pause here for a moment. You have the ability to contact him, do you not?
If I'm familiar, I only met the dragon for about 5 minutes and then he left.
Well, I mean, that should be familiar enough. Plus, I mean,
No,
couldn't we
I-
just heal the tooth back so it wouldn't even be a permanent injury?
How is saving someone not familiarity?
I don't understand it either, but it's not the case.
Rosalind's gonna be like, oh, wait, saving people makes you familiar? Does killing people make you familiar too?
That would be a question for Geordie if he was still alive, but unfortunately he's not.
Okay,
I can
I
cast
just...
sending on him if you'd like. I could ask him that question.
Sure, I gotta know if we're familiar enough to talk to the people that I killed at the Coliseum.
We'll do that later on.
Yeah.
Really? You don't want my answer now?
I mean, do you want it now or later?
I don't care. I'm fine either way.
No, I'm asking Rosalind.
Oh, I guess now? I don't know.
Okay.
Nobody allows the soul of Geordie to rest.
It's like, Jordy, goddamn it, let me sleep.
You can cast sending on the dead.
Yes, sending is not to their living body; it's to their soul.
Oh, by the way, J-Gigs?
Yes.
Jordy and your best friend are together in the afterlife. You're in the same part of town, in the Shadow Realm.
Are they holding hands and skipping merrily down the street?
I more envision it that his wisp is following Jordy's wisp, and
I'm sorry, I
endlessly
totally missed that
chattering.
because I was typing. Say that again, man.
Oh, you're in the same part of the Shadow Realm with your best friend in the world, as a wisp.
No, I'm pretty sure that he's been killed multiple times as a wisp.
No, you can't kill him. You can't kill each other as wisps.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Besides, I wouldn't be his best friend if he was angry enough at me to become a revenant.
Well, no, I was being sarcastic there. All right. What are we doing now? Are we sending Callie in, or are we oh, we're sending the sending. Did you roll your D100?
I'm doing that right now.
AN is typing.
It's not a 5.
You need a 5 or lower for it to
You
be
got
well,
it.
right? Oh my goodness.
All right, there you go, Jordy. You get to respond.
Counting words.
As an assassin, I familiarize myself. Oh, are you gonna say it?
Sure.
Okay.
As an assassin, I familiarize myself with the target before I kill him. Killing alone does not grant familiarity. Also, fuck Dora with a passion.
Okay, so
I'm
the
pretty
res-
sure that someone wanted to do that, not gonna lie.
All right, so the response was, no, killing alone is not familiarize yourself with someone.
Oh.
You need to study them more.
Okay, so I can't just
Alvin's gonna
Tell-
paraphrase that.
so I can't just, talk to the people that I fireballed out of existence.
No, that's not how it works. Nor does just saving someone familiarize yourself with them.
True.
I mean, I'm able to contact Tremius as much as I want, but he's not the most, fun to talk with.
Isn't he the guy that tried to smack us off the cliff that one time, Cyrus? We fought him with the
I
snake.
remember that.
Yes, I believe he was there when we met. Because he was riding a giant snake that had eaten a friend of ours.
Yeah, and that was back.
The little guy.
Hmm?
Is that what happened to him? I'm very vague and hazy on the details of what happened to that guy.
Oh, which guy?
Guy who apparently got eaten by a snake.
Aaron.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what happened. Didn't they? And Rosalind's voice sort of like cracks a little bit. Like, did? I'm sorry. We're going through.
I think Cyrus
puberty.
is the only one here today who really even played with Aaron.
Yeah.
No,
No,
Me too.
Agraf too.
Yeah.
But I missed
but
the
you were
session
the
where
one-
he left and got eaten.
Yeah, but you were the one asking the
Agraf was-
question, so I mean, of the non-asking question people.
Oh, that area of the
Oh, no,
foyer
this is open.
It's open. She's sitting there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
These two
Well, okay,
rooms
right,
don't
right.
exist anymore. They're just areas fully opened for Miss Lippy to have more.
All right,
room to
we
walk
got to go
around.
back in time then.
There we go.
You hear a squeal of excitement as Kalia runs up to hug Miss Lippy.
Miss Lippy looks up, allows herself to be hugged, and then goes back to sleep.
Okay, then if that's what happened, then Cairo's still in here in
Okay.
discussion.
I don't remember what she was eating, but she was eating something. Oh, honey. Yeah, she's coming down
Honey.
off a sugar high.
Oh yeah, because Rosalind made her an addict. That's great.
Yep.
Rosalind's also probably gonna go pet Miss Lippy, and he's gonna be dragging Kralen's body around like a rag doll.
And then there's, I mean, I understand the whole aspect that you want us of going after a dragon that is more likely to be friendly versus ones that we would be hunting, but I'm personally done being the one who just sits down and takes it like a fool. I'm going to kill these dragons if it's the last thing I do.
Cairo, doesn't your friend have a rather unhealthy obsession with dragons?
Who are we talking about?
The girl.
Oh, yes. Kalia does not is due to her nature. She doesn't like to harm dragons.
How do you see this plan going over with her?
It would not be the best thing. But I don't know if we can ignore a threat like that. Is there any
Well-
alternative?
We could still try to get the tooth some other way.
I only know of 2 other dragons.
Like maybe we can like when I was a kid, I lost a tooth, but it wouldn't come out. So we tied a rope around it and then attached it to a door.
Yes.
You know,
So do you think we can tie a rope around the dragon's tooth and attach it to like a rock or something?
Didn't I talk about this earlier where I said the dragons are noble and will be scorned if you do this to them, and they will hunt you down like no tomorrow?
So you're saying we not only have to take the teeth, but we have to kill 3 dragons that has nearly killed 6 of us.
And likely risk something being pissed off about it, regardless of what we do.
I will tell you this. I know 5 dragons. 4 of them are enemies of mine. 1 of them is my friend. All of them, except for the friend, knows where I live. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jacob has found out where I lived.
So, Jacob is the friendly one, I'm assuming.
Yes. The other 4 all know where I live, and if I were to do... They are also... The other 4 are the sources of my curse. Should I not do something, I die to them.
Which brings up the next logical question. Are you able to participate in the assassination of these dragons?
My curse does not state I cannot kill them. It states
Also-
that I have to do certain.
I don't think this curse of the dragons also stipulates that you can't say what the deal is with them. They don't care.
Oh, the 3 dragons are.
Yeah, I'm
it's
just making
the
sure 'cause
one-
you were like dancing around it, so I didn't know if you were out of character where they didn't.
The
involve
3
that.
dragons. The 3 dragons requested that all of the territory that Rashak owned be transferred to them, and all the gold that was to be earned from those locations is also given to them. So, 1,250 gold. Wait, hold on. Let me double check. 1,310 gold is going to them every month.
Well, that at least gives us a reason for contact. I'm assuming they have to come pick it up.
No, they want it transferred to them.
They were smart.
Either
Here's an
way.
idea.
So,
So you owe them money?
I have 6,520 gold that needs to go to them right now.
Okay, so how about we get a chest of money? I put glyph of warding inside. They go grab it. It blows up. We grab the tooth.
And then they come and destroy the city.
if it doesn't, if we can kill them, it would be great, because more than likely it cures your curse bit, right?
Wivin is the one that has to die. He's the one that I shook hands with.
Alright, so we have to specifically kill him first, then the other 2, in a tussle. I mean, I'm all down for blowing up a chest to at least give the advantage somewhat to us.
Yes, and the reason why I understand, but if any of us that they've seen, and they've seen every single one of us except for Cairo, Cornwall, Magni, and Kalia. They haven't seen the old... Oh, and Elizabeth. All 5 of you have not been seen by it.
Did somebody say my name? As the doors
What?
fly open.
Hello, Kalia. The
Okay,
5 of
everyone,
you-
stop talking about Kalia.
Actually, they
You're
have just...
mean.
They just saw Cairo and Kalia upon landing, so they would understand that you're connected to me. That leaves Elizabeth, Magni, and Cornwall as the only people capable of doing anything that wouldn't tie back to us.
So we need to not be me?
Hmm?
So I need to not be me?
No, this is something else, Kalia. Don't worry.
Because I can do that. And she'll transform into a little dwarf.
Yeah, I'm more worried that I don't know how well this. I think Alter Self doesn't exactly change the way you smell, and dragons have keen smell. That's the big problem. They'll most likely be able to tell that you're
Oh, I
the
can
same
handle that
person.
too.
Oh, that will do it. No, but in the end, if you want to get the tooth without doing anything to them, we would have to do it by someone who isn't connected to the city.
Wait, tooth?
We require a dragon tooth
Why do we need a dragon's tooth?
to be able to forge a pickaxe to destroy the corrupted crystals.
And how are we gonna get a dragon's tooth?
Well,
Either- There's a ton of options right now, but the one that seems the most appealing is killing 3 of them.
Why would you want to kill 3 dragons? Why would
Because
you want to
they-
kill any dragons?
because they want to destroy 4 cities in this world.
They should. People suck.
Oh well, who isn't Miss Optimist?
This city being one of them. They also want to ensure anything that was ever connected to our 2 parties is destroyed and wiped off the face of this earth. So anything they hear of any of our existences, they'll destroy. They blame us for not saving them when Rashok had them under her control.
So they were under her.
Yeah, I'm not a big
I
fan
knew
of
it.
hers either. That really put me off, that event.
Can we go back to finding her so we can kill her instead?
Well, the thing is that where she is most likely at is where the heart of all this cult is, and we don't have the strength to handle that. And from what it sounds like, if we don't break the crystals, it could very well that we leave this world permanently corrupted and have the Shadow Realm leak in here forever.
Are those the things that make Crayon crazy?
Yes. Those
Yeah,
would
we don't
permanently
want those.
stay, and without a dragon tooth, we cannot destroy them.
But dragons live here too. Why wouldn't we just ask them to help? Because they would
Because-
suffer too.
That's a good point.
I
Just tell them their home's gonna be absorbed.
Suddenly, diplomatic mission to the dragons.
Oh, we don't have to kill them.
Diplomatic mission. It's like, oh, why should we help you? Because you'll die too, numbnuts.
You know, if they're a little bit better than Trebius, it might work. Does anybody think those 3 dragons are nicer than Trebius?
Probably, that's a low
Absolutely.
bar.
Dragons have to be nicer than tree
I mean,
It's a pretty low bar.
It's a pretty low bar to set, but let's see. They tried to attack the town and only stopped because Rashak told them to, or else they would have probably killed the town. And Tremius is just an asshole.
Tremius, every time I asked him for help with the curse, he said, "There's nothing you can do. Why should I help you?"
Again,
Even when I told him this world will fall if we do not cure this, he also said that it is not my job to help you, even though technically it
again-
is.
again, he's an asshole.
Yes, he's a vindictive asshole.
Well, does... Mm. Wait, who knows Glyph of Warding?
Me.
I have a crazy idea.
And I saw your point, Naxus. They are trying to curse me. To be honest, if it was up to Tremius, he'd probably curse me as well, but I haven't given him the chance.
I have a feeling, Thalrak, that your idea might not be very nice to Tremius.
I mean, it could potentially work on anyone if we
Glyphs
really
of
wanted to
warding,
do
if
it.
they move after they're used, though, then they blow up. So
Yeah,
you have to
Glyph of
cast
warding,
it wherever you're going to want them to open it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to cast Glyph of Warding on the chest and not move it.
Yep.
Yeah, Rosalind's gonna like peep up, and he's gonna say, "Oh, wait a minute. If we're using Glyph of Warding, we just need to lure them into a place, right?
See?
How big can we make the detection range?
What?
How big can we make the detection range? Like, if they move within, say, 120 feet, could the glyph go off, or do they have to be, like, right next to it?
Let me consult my my goddess.
And
I'm reading the rules, by the way.
Yeah. As Rosalind is saying this, he's like, I have a plan. So we all, and he doesn't know magic missile, but he's gonna be like trying to do the incantation for magic missile. It's like, dang it, it's not lightning. But all I'm saying, I'm gonna find a video and link it. Yeah. Okay. So what Rosalind is thinking is, have you guys ever seen A10 Warthog?
Yes.
No matter, we just constantly have people long resting and using Glyph of Warding for magic missile on an object. And then we have one that dispels any use of shield. If we can do this for several days, then by the time
that's
they get
100
the most
gold per
expensive.
casting. Keep that in mind.
okay,
Each
but
cast
like,
that's
they're
that
asking,
costs 200 gold.
okay, but they're asking for 6,500 gold. So like, what if we just used that
The
money
moment you
to
use
kill-
the gold, guys.
Also, I'll just let you know. You're saying put a magic missile in there, right?
I'm saying put a lot in there.
Well, the thing is, the person placing the ward has to be able to cast that spell, and clerics don't know that.
How much damage do they do?
The
1d4
Glyph of
plus
Warding
1.
really does not do that much damage, so I don't think
Well,
we
it
should be
depends on the spell that you put in. So you can also put a spell
Or you
in
can
it.
just make it explode for, I think, 5d8, which is
Well,
really not that much.
No,
like, you could
but
also
here,
put fireball.
honestly, so here's out of character. This is the idea I thought of, and this is up to meta whether or not this fully works because the spell says that you can put it in an item that can be closed, such as a book. Does that you can put it between the pages of a book?
Yes.
But the book can't move.
So we get a rather large book, and just straight up between every page, just do nothing but magic missile except for one.
The
then
magic
that's-
missile is not going to happen. That's not.
Okay.
Clerics don't know
that's
magic
fine.
missile.
Also, and
Yeah.
keep this on top of that. You're saying you want to use the 6,500 gold. That gold is by Alvin's curse has to go to them. If you take any of that gold, and we use it with me not stopping you, I die because that's part of the curse.
If we do it without you knowing,
You would have to
Still
break
dies.
into the treasury
Yeah, he's
and take all my gold.
I feel
And
like
then
an evil
use-
mastermind, but all this just kind of came together to just stop you from doing things on its
okay. But no, like that.
Guys, don't
No,
get
it was
hung
just
up
a
on
fun
that
idea that I
before.
thought.
All of you can deal more damage than that one.
Yeah,
That
no.
one spell, I think Kalia's fireball does more damage than that one spell. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to it.
The only and plus, I mean, since we can't use it, then that just tosses that out the window. The only reason why I was considering it is because it can't miss unless they use a shield spell, and B, we can always just have one to dispel any shield spells within the area. But since we need the gold to make sure that Alvin doesn't, then let's not do
The
that.
moment that gold, because that's part of the curse contract. The moment that gold disappears without me preventing the gold being taken, Alvin dies.
Yeah, so no, we can't do that.
Unless you beat the shit out of Alvin until he was unconscious and left anyways.
Let's not
Then he'd have to follow after
just put him to
but
sleep.
sleep.
Either
It's
that
like-
or we find Jacob.
yeah.
I still say that we should just go to Jacob. He's in the Sarish Mountains, right?
Okay, so I'm just going to say this right now. There's someone up there that doesn't like me quite a bit, and they'll most likely sense if I'm up there. And it's another person who... Am I feeling anything?
No, it's still person. You're still fine.
There's a person who is worse... The person is worse than the 3 dragons, I'll say that.
Then
That's
maybe
fine.
you should stay here, Alvin, and then work on something else, and we head up there.
Clever.
If you encounter said person, I'm just going to say this. Ikarath, Rosalind, Callian, Cairo. You all be ready to sleep with her.
What?
And Ivan is going to walk away and go into his study.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
No, you can't leave in the middle of dropping that bombshell.
Wow!
I'm gonna get your ass back here.
Wow!
I started.
Wow!
That is pedophilia.
What?
Rosalind is 15.
I can't clip it. I don't know how when I'm in this mode. I click clip. Somebody can get it later. Somebody can make a clip of it later in the VOD.
I'm so. My brain is just so racked right now. It's like, what?
Callian will speak up and say, "Does anyone have any clue what he's talking about?
No,
Who's up in these mountains that we have to be worried about?"
Rosalind's gonna try to wake up Kraylin. Just be like, okay, know it all. Show us what you got. Like,
Do you want... I can't say more than this. The person requires male company as payment.
yeah,
We don't
Rosalind's
have to pay
smacking
them.
Kraylin. Rosalind's smacking Kraylin.
That's the only way you will be able to get past her.
We'll go around them. It's fine.
If she comes to you, you will have no choice.
What? Who
Well,
is
I'm
this?
sure that she'll be
What-
coming
what?
to someone, all right.
I can't say. If I do, I die.
Okay. Let's be like, okay.
She is one of the curse givers. If I talk about her, in a certain way, I will be killed. In fact, I had to send my own cook up to her as part of our contract. So, that is why I don't want to head to the Sarish Mountains. She
So-
does not want me back there.
So what? It's like a magic tramp?
More-
Alvin and the
more-
Tramp.
I'm more of the magic pimp. I send people off to her.
What the hell have you been doing while I was gone?
I almost became one of the members of the Nova State Church as a savage beast.
Excuse me?
I became corrupted at one point. And I had no choice but to head up to the Sarish Mountains to collect a flower that is the only way to cure oneself of the curse.
Well, I'm glad you're better now, but
And Miss Flippy ended
are
up
we
at
sure-
that point, and we almost both succumbed to the curse.
yeah, I'm glad you're a lot better now.
That happened when I went to cure the Forbidden Forest to the north.
Oh, fun.
I cleansed that forest to make sure that it posed no threat. The two sprites came down to ask for assistance, and I obliged. But in the process, I became corrupted. And I had no choice but to go to Sarish Mountains. Up there, I met someone And for some reason, she took insult upon me saying something. She nearly killed me if it wasn't for the fact that I took the curse. That is why I have been avoiding heading up to the Sarish Mountains. If you encounter her, part of payment with her is she is looking to sleep with creatures she has never slept with before.
Alright, so I'm assuming she's slept with. If I can check that off of my warning
Hold
list.
on. I know that there. She told me what she didn't want, and she actually wrote it down for me. Da, 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 da.
Wait, since Elvin is making dick appointments for her, does that make him the dick secretary?
Precisely.
Okay.
I know we have a message somewhere in here. Where is it?
Well, while you're looking for that, I'll speak up, and Callie will say, "Okay, everyone. So we got our plan. We have no plan, but what we're gonna do now is we should all probably get moving and try to figure out some ideas. Everybody, try your best to maybe go brainstorm and come up with what your best idea is to get a dragon's tooth, since that seems like the block we've reached here. I actually have to go see some people, so is there anything else we need to discuss here at our meeting?
Ron's shaking his head. Nope. Nope.
Also, where's Kraylin?
Rosalind's gonna hold up the mashed potato head.
Oh God, is he okay? By the way, what's Kraylin's health right now? Is it awful?
It's been 0.
Oh
He's been
my.
unconscious.
Can I heal him?
Please don't.
Or did we
No.
discuss that causes like some
No.
damage or?
No, he's just Rosalind's just like, please don't. I need to put him to bed, and I need to just not deal with him tomorrow. He's like a toddler.
Okay, let's bring him somewhere and then I'll heal him.
I mean, he can just go to sleep. But, yeah. All right.
We're not leaving him here in this room, Rosalind. Come on.
Oh, okay.
He needs to not be in this house. If he is left in this house, he'll most likely die.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with that. So we're gonna bring him to the tavern where we're staying.
Okay. Rosalind is gonna hoist Kraylin up on his shoulders. Just like, alright. Alright. And Rosalind's sort of like just coughing. He's like, I'm sorry, man. I think I might be having a bit of voice problems.
Come on, Kraylin, let's get moving, and I'll
Alright.
try my best to help drag him out of the room.
Oh, no. Rosalind's able to just like lift him up.
Oh,
Rosalind
never mind.
Rosalind's like 800. I don't think people remember this, but he's like 800 pounds at this point. He's 10 foot tall and broad as a barn.
Oh, you got that, Rosalind. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, and where are we headed to?
Is there a tavern we're staying at or something? I don't know.
Do you have a tavern?
Last
or
time
you
we were
gonna
here, we
stay
stayed at the barracks. Yeah. Yeah, we'll throw Kraylin in a room.
Just be like, all right, goodbye. Let's serve not moving all that fat. Okay. Then, yep. Where did I put him? Oh, there he is.
Come up with
Okay.
nothing from where?
I think it means we have no plan.
Oh, okay.
I think it's more so that we're in disagreement about the proper
Yeah.
plan. Because we do have plans. It's just they're not very good.
Oh, Rosalind has Rosalind has a plan that he's agreeable to because his man whore of a brother can just go out.
It's actually unfortunate because Kraylin does know of a dragon, and a dragon who would do anything to protect her daughter.
Yep.
And is connected to nature. And already sent people out to cleanse the Shadow Realm once.
Yeah, but he was passed out during the meeting,
Yup.
so
Where's this message you sent me? I can't find it.
Which message?
You sent a message to me of who this person, is taking. And I can't find it for the life of me.
Send me what you're trying to find out, and I might have an answer for you.
Rosalind's gonna dump Kraylin in a bed, and he's just not gonna say anything to the people there.
Are we allowing him to be loose? Are we tying him up? What are we doing?
Rosalind is gonna put his guitar, and he's just gonna stab it into the bed next to his head.
What? Oh, his guitar, you said?
Katar. Katar. AKA the weapon that he killed.
Oh. Rosalind, I think we could just leave Kraylin alone.
Yep. Let's just go.
I'm gonna
wake
cast
up
a healing spell on Kraylin before I leave.
Okay. What
No
you
one
gonna
will
cast?
die on my watch.
Honestly, not the best idea. Cure. Okay.
That's 10 points of healing.
Okay.
I always heal for a little extra.
Rosalind's probably still unconscious because he is so tired because he's been awake for days. And
Okay,
also,
I think we
need to
can get
actually
going.
sleep so I can level up.
We can get going, Rosalind.
All right. Also,
Wait, that healing was for Kraylin.
Yep,
not for
that
Rosalind.
was.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you
Alright.
said you healed Rosalind. I was like, what?
No, Rosalind's sort of just gonna like turn and be like, "So, Callian, how do you deal with the voice things?
Voice things? What voices?
Like, not like voices in my head. I'm not crazy like that guy over there. I'm talking about like, and his voice cracks a couple of times as he's speaking. That it's embarrassing.
Oh, this is just something that happens to all young boys at some point. Your voice starts to change. It's fine once you're older like me. And this is a very funny line because Calhoun does not look very old at all. Once you're older like me, you should get better. I don't know. I guess you can talk less. I don't think that solves the problem though.
I guess it's just and Rosalind's just gonna like put on a really shitty cowboy accent, like this me. I'm gonna have to talk like this
Rosalind,
when I
I
get
don't think that
older.
makes it any better.
All right, maybe I'll just have some warm tea and a tiny bit of honey.
That's a good idea.
I'll just. It doesn't hurt. It just sounds weird when I talk now. But if you say it's natural, I guess I'll believe you.
Mhm.
And Rosalind's. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, if you need any training with your voice, I heard Alvin's a great bard. So, bards sing, right? That's their thing.
Yup.
I'm not much of a singer. We did do some singing at church and stuff, but I'm not one for that.
I mean, I used to sing back at home, but I don't think my voice would be the soprano that it used to be. But that's fine.
Okay, I don't know where you're going, but I'm gonna head to the church. Maybe you want to go back to the others.
Actually, do you mind if I come with you? I think I need to.
Of course not. Everyone's welcome.
It's just been a while since I've prayed. I know that we don't exactly hold the same gods and the same demeanor, but I think it's just a little bit important that I connect a little.
Oh yes, this is great.
Callian's like, I'm raising my own religious zealot.
Callion's very excited. Yes, come along. We'll go check out the church. We'll see how the place is holding up.
Yep.
All right.
We could jump to the rest of the group.
Yep. We'll
Yeah.
try and we'll flip around the various things. Okay, so back at the manor for the people who haven't leave. Who's the next group of people that are going somewhere together?
Well, I just found the note. The only one she's not wanting at the moment is human, dragonborn, minotaur, satyr, and genasi. So,
Oh, thank God.
orc has just been added to that list recently. So that means anyone who isn't on those, she's looking for. So yes, all 3 dwarfs are up for grabs with her.
So are options prostitution or dragon slaying at this point?
No, I was just telling them about the problem they'll run into if they go up to the if they do decide to go to the Sarish Mountains. Is if they run into her, you may have to bribe via prostitution.
Look,
away from her.
Magni. I think Magni
So-
needs a time to have some fun. So
I'm sorry. What did you say, whippersnapper?
I said you deserved a good night.
I haven't had one of those in over 100 years, and I'm not looking for one now.
Oh, and by the way, she's only looking for male companionship, it should be said.
See, you'll be
No.
perfect. You're long since pent up. She's looking for a male companionship, and you've got the experience.
Oh my gosh. No, maybe she wants someone a bit younger than me.
Well, I'm engaged, so that's off the tables for me. And just slowly turns his head to Elred.
Is he up for the
it's-
slaughters now?
Alred just shakes his head vehemently no.
Like I said, if you run into this person, I would not want to have her be pissed off at you. Trust me, it doesn't work out. Now, if you don't mind me, I will be in my study. I've got to get things prepared even if we don't head to the other 3 dragons, I still have to transfer them 6,000 gold.
It might be a stretch, but you think anyone would be selling a dragon's tooth?
Do you really think someone would be selling a dragon's tooth?
Not really, but it's possible. It'd probably be expensive.
Especially one big enough to be forged into a pickaxe.
I'm just saying, if we find one, it might be a good idea to maybe look at it.
You might find just a tiny souvenir that one would wear around their neck.
Makes sense. Just saying.
As much as it pains me to say, this dragon business may end up being the only thing we can do. Unless we obviously can try to find Jacob. But I have a feeling that, based on what Alvin has said, he has to be up there. It's probably our best chance is him being with us on that one. If we want to try to get a fang from him. Everything has its problems.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no one else knows him.
Thalric actually knows. Thalric
knows him.
and Elrid knows him. It's just Alvin was the one who directly was curing him the whole
Yeah.
time.
But they do
Yeah.
know him.
I'm aware.
Jordy knew him. All right. So what are we doing now? Who's doing what? Who's going where? Who's discussing what?
Alric is gonna, if everybody's dispersing from the meeting room, he's gonna get a Bartholomew's.
All right.
Magni will follow him.
So Magni and Thalrak are going to Bartholomew's. So we're just gonna flip over to the world map, move people to where they're supposed. Not the world map, the Save Falls map. Move people where they're supposed to be, and then we'll start going through people.
Where's the church? I need
Which
damn
church?
it, church.
The Thandra Church
Oh.
and the God of Every Hut is over here.
Okay.
And the Every God Hut.
Yep.
And then Kraylin is over at the barracks.
Taking a snooze.
There's 2 Terrys apparently. Cairo. Okay, so Naxus, where are you going? Or who are you going with? Alward's going to sleep.
What?
What?
Oh, I thought so. Oh, it said something. I was like, wait, what?
Alward's asleep. Wes is asleep. We're just trying to figure out where everyone's going.
Ikrath would at some point head off to see the strip club.
Okay. I did not prepare for that, so you're gonna go last while I build things. Okay, Cairo, Kalia, and Cyrus.
I think Jay Gigs is still.
Okay.
Oh.
They're sleeping for they went off to go shopping or something. Cairo.
Cairo is going to stay with Alvin and discuss things with him.
Okay, so we'll come back to you there. And Cormal, are you gonna jump in with them?
Cormal's wandering the streets.
Okay. And Naxus, you're still talking with them?
I think Naxus might be on a call right now, and so that's why he's not. Okay, he's staying.
Okay, so he's staying. Cormal's wandering the streets. Which means the only people who are here and have a thing to do. Oh, you guys are in the wrong place now.
Oh, that church. Okay.
But we're gonna theater of the mind this shit because that's not been built, and I don't got time to build that right now. But you do see a grand church. It's big. Look how big that thing is. And also just endless rows of just pristine, brand new, whatever good rock is for fucking kilns and whatever, forges and all that good shit. It is brand new, pristine, top of the line, and every inch of design screams Moradin. And you can see Bartholomew working away, filling orders for Alvin. Just tons of swords and other shit just tossed off in piles to the side.
I figured I would announce my return in stereotypical Giggles fashion.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Where are Kelly and Cyrus doing? Where are they going?
I don't know where I left off because I was off. At
Everybody split up except for Cairo, Naxus, and Alvin, who are still talking about shit.
Okay, well, Kalia's just gonna hang with Cairo and Miss Lippy.
All right, and Cyrus?
I have no idea.
We have...
We just had a really heavy discussion, and I talked about how Alvin's worried about going up to the Sarish Mountains because there's someone up there who he cannot discuss in full detail, otherwise he will die. She may not want him back up there, so getting the tooth from Jacob, who Alvin being the most likely candidate to obtain it from him, cannot be up there without putting
How many fucking death curses do you have, dude?
How many? One per minisode.
Basically.
Alvin's had 4 minisodes and he's had 4 curses placed on him. So
Have you considered stopping being a diplomat and just killing people when they try to put you on a death curse?
Oh, that's precisely the reason Alvin wants to kill the dragons.
Oh
now.
no, that's exactly what's going on right now. It's great. It's character progression.
Alvin's taking the darker turn and is getting ready to start killing instead of being nice. So
Sarius would probably hang out with the meeting and make sure he knows specifics of what's happening,
Okay.
even if I don't.
I'm confused.
Cyrus will,
staying
even if
with
I,
him.
as a player, don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we went over most of the specifics. There's just not a lot of good options. go up to the mountains without Alvin and try and get a tooth from Jacob.
Okay, but here's a question: do we have anybody who can cast Enlarge Reduce?
Magni can enlarge himself because of the Duragar.
I'm sure he
I'm
can.
sure that's it.
Clearly compensating for something. No, I was wondering because Kalia can alter self and turn into a dragon. Because if I can make myself fly, then and we can enlarge, couldn't I just fly us there?
It's more of the reason why Alvin's afraid is more of the.
One sec. Hold that thought.
Oh, okay. So back to the forge.
Yeah.
Thalrak and Magni.
and
Bart's
Magni.
working away, producing stuff en masse. Alvin, what's he producing?
I hired him for the city forge master, so he would probably, if he would be making new equipment for guards, because we have the whole new guards and the standing army that has been put into play.
So that's what he's making. En masse.
All
At
right,
beautiful
Tharak's just-
forges.
Yeah, Tharak's just looking around for a hot minute and then just goes, God, Bartholomew, they really let you have your way with the design here. I love it.
Alvin just let me do what I was gonna do. I just have to crank out, a couple hundred of these sets of armor and weapons.
Well,
Tell you what, though, I'm not so happy about the Night Guard.
oh,
What's the Night Guard?
You'll see. Or just ask
Well-
Alvin about it.
No one's happy about the
Oh.
night guard.
I'll ask him later. I just wanted to see how you were doing and let you know I think I figured out what's going on with the leadership back at the city of Moradin.
And what's that?
Ruby has corrupted pretty much everyone in the city as far as we can tell now.
They're sending everyone who's not a pureblood and is older in their years down south away from the city.
Did we lose somebody?
Jordy disappeared.
Oh. Must be something going on. Continue.
But,
Well, he's had the storm going on at
Yeah.
his house as
Yeah.
well. Keep that in mind.
But also for now at least I have been very likely exiled from the capital as well.
Well, that's not good. What did you do?
No. Thark is gonna reach into his backpack and pull up the headpiece for the head priestess of
Oh my
Mordin.
god, Tharak, what have you done?
She was corrupted by the ruby. She attacked us mainly while I was trying to goddamn pray for guidance from Moradin himself, and we ended up having to kill her. So I grabbed her, the headpiece and the mace.
Well, I guess if you were trying to get the dwarves to forget about my banishment, you've probably accomplished that. I think
Yeah.
you're the new target.
For now, but I also don't plan on trying to keep myself exiled. It wasn't intentional, and they did swing better
Didn't
status.
Elrid
So.
make some sort of rude comment like "I'll shut up" or "I'll shove this axe pommel down your throat" or something like that? And then
I mean,
decided
they were already starting shit, Magni. He was around
Yeah,
us
I
like
know.
the rest of us. Because I almost said shit.
I know, but I'm just saying. Elrid didn't initially instigate the combat. They decided to hit us for a threatening word, but just wanted to make sure we got every part of the story.
I mean,
Who's the new dwarf?
Oh man,
I
Magni.
thought I was old.
I'm 325.
Okay, maybe not so old. I just don't look quite so old.
Well, what is it with people today? Always older than they should be.
Well, I guess you'd be one to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, back in my day, the Dwarf King was
Back
so
in
easy.
my day, do you want kids to get off your lawn too?
Yes, actually, I do.
Thalarak, how do you put up with this man?
He does do good. He does do good. He's worth keeping around.
Like, that's what you said about that Ikarath fellow.
Again, he does have his moments.
Yes, but keeping a companion like that must cost you a fortune in cocaine.
He somehow finds it himself. Don't ask me how he procures it. He just does.
And with that, we will flip to... Ooh. Is Callian back? Callian's not back. Continue. Darak.
All right.
Sorry.
Crap. What was I gonna? Oh, have you ever heard of a forge being in the Underdark, under the city of Moradin?
Yes, the Great Delve Forge. When last I was there, that was the farthest we had ever delved into the deep.
All right. Well, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but right now that thing is buried under lava.
Wait. Does that mean that's the furthest they've ever rolled down in the deep?
Boo!
Does it mean that the dwarves delved too deep?
Did their brains go numb? Did they have a mental freeze? I had to. I hate myself.
You know, if there was a Baylor down there, that would have been perfectly a Lord of the Rings reference.
Yeah. We have lots of Lord of the Rings references. I mean, my new character is literally just supposed to be Aragorn. Yep. Except, you know, not nearly as cool.
Lost my train of thought. Where were we? I apologize.
Darak was telling him and breaking the news that it's currently Forge is currently, yes, under lava.
I guess we're going to have some difficulty forging our greatest artifacts. The magic of that place was unreal.
I was able to... That magic that I can do, where I don't need to use a forge or anything, I was able to craft this, and he's gonna show, and he's gonna put his warhammer that's now magical out to Bartholomew to examine.
He picks it up and looks at it. It's quite a fine hammer that you've built there. I assume you built it at that forge.
I know it can be stronger in time. I did my ritual at the forge itself, and I feel like it could be stronger if I find the right place to do it.
But where will you find that place now?
That I don't know, and I'm hoping to find one soon, because we're going to have to forge a magical pickaxe that uses a dragon's tooth, as well as require 3 separate spells to be cast at the same time as it's being forged. And not to mention the special hammer that we need from goddamn Tremius.
It sounds like you've been getting around quite a bit.
Yeah. It's been a very stressful past couple months.
I do not envy you, Thalarak.
I don't envy me either. But I at least wanted to stop by and see how you were doing. I'm glad you're doing well.
I cannot complain with the treatment Alvin has given me.
Alvin is a good soul.
He's been tried so hard lately.
Yeah, you can tell.
I hope he finds peace soon.
I'm gonna go get.
But did he get so far?
Well, we'll hopefully give him some peace soon. I need to go get some sleep. It has been a rough day.
All right, well, sleep safe. If there's anything I can do for you, do let me know.
I will. Thank you, Bartholomew.
You're welcome. And, old dwarf, don't die of old age.
Oh, Trevor covered that for me. At least for 30 years.
Hopefully you didn't agree to a favor.
Nope. I don't.
Actually, you guys all did.
Nope, he just signed on with AARP's Adventures Insurance.
Just not for
AARP,
that item.
we took your money.
Well, it's kind of a favor, but man, he just kind of did it to me. He shot a cloud at me. It was weird.
He shot a cloud and increased your lifespan.
Yeah, he kind of increases his own lifespan too. So I don't know. Trevor's weird, as is Tremius, as is Alvin's wife.
There's a lot of strange things going on in Safe Falls in the last year or so.
I agree. It was nice meeting you, Bartholomew. You're not as bad as the dwarves make you out to be.
Well, they're all a bit of bastards, you know?
That I can agree with.
Alright, and Jenkins is still gone. It's time to do a thing.
Duel?
It's time to
Oh boy. Let me flip this over. We have so many maps in Safe Falls. It is most definitely the most map populated. We have 1, 2, 3,
We
4,
have so many
5, 6,
characters
7,
from
8,
here,
9,
like, it's
10,
kind of a-
11, 12, 13, 14 maps in Safe Falls, not including the
Yep.
map of Safe Falls. All right, Ikarath.
Hey.
Bottom of the map. Oh boy, you need to get real big at Rashok's Rack. All right, so you enter into Rashok's Rack, and this is what you see. You see two women dancing and stripping up on the stage. You got men throwing gold or silver coins at them. You have some people sitting, watching or eating at the bar, or rudely pointing at the dancers in some cases. And a bartender dressed in a jester's uniform. And two
No,
bouncers.
This is a right friendly sort of thing. The bouncers, are they human? Are they just guys? Are they large and intimidating?
They're human night guardsmen.
And Ikarath will go up to one of them and be like, "Who's in charge around here?"
Well, ultimately, Alvin created the damn place, but he keeps saying that somebody named Ikarath is in charge.
Ikarath casts Minor Illusion, and he puts a "Hello, my name is Ikarath" name tag on. And he goes, "Well, what time I showed up then, don't you think?"
Do you have
And he
any
walks
proof
in.
that you're Ikarath? Do you have a note from Alvin? Do you have your mark of ownership, a deed of ownership?
Oh, don't
There's
need
a
any of
lot
that.
of people come in saying that they're Ikarath, trying to get the free dance.
I don't want a free dance.
You look like
It's
you've
not-
had a lot of drugs. Are you sure you're okay?
You mean recently? Because
No,
I
in
have you know, I
general,
was
you look a little worn.
sober. Oh yeah, no, like I do a lot of drugs. Yeah, like isn't that what he told you Ikarath does? I feel like that's the number one thing people mention about me. I don't really know why. My card tricks are quite phenomenal.
I don't know, Alvin. How much would you have told the people you were hiring to run strip club church about Ikarath?
If I would have informed them that if an elven man, who if he was able to handle his drugs very well, that is the person who I've given the ownership to this church.
So I got it. Oh, so we have a little test. Should Ikarath ever come? That we've kind of been building it up over the months since the church was. How long has it been?
It's been built for almost 3 months now.
For 3 months, we've all taken a collection. And she goes and she yells, "Oi, Jizber! We've got another challenger!" And Jizber runs out from behind the bar, pulls out a mirror with half a pound of cocaine on it.
Oh! Alright then.
If you can snort all of the Great Holy Mound and survive, you're Ikarath.
Just so we're clear. And Ikarath opens his bag, which currently has 6 kilos of cocaine. He's like, I've done this before. And then he just headbangs into the cocaine, snorting for all he's worth.
Oh god. Make like 10 con saves?
I'm just gonna put it at advantage and roll 5 times.
That's fine.
There's not a single nat 1 in
There's
there.
not a single nat 20
No,
either, which is
you
disappointing.
are definitely fucking wired as, like, you are intensely high on cocaine, but your body
Oh,
does
that
not
shit
reject it
was-
and kill you.
That was fucking holy indeed. Blessed be Flit and all who party in his name.
Jizber runs behind the counter and starts hitting a gong that's behind on the wall and yells, "We've got it! Ikarath is here! Staff, you got to see this! He finished the whole half pound!" And everybody is staring at you.
And Ikarath will cast Minor Illusion again to basically do little fireworks behind him and be like, "Yes! 'Tis I!"
Roll a
I don't know what that
Constitution
means.
save? Sure.
Oh, what?
Constitution?
Again?
Yep. The fireworks in your stupor go off right in front of your face instead of behind you.
But they do go off.
But they do go off just right in front of you. In front of your face, like boom.
I'm a bit buzzed. We'll get back to it later then. And he goes and he sits down. He goes, "Alright, so who's second in command?
That
if
would
I'm
be me.
first
My name's Jizber.
But you seem like a right fella. Or possibly not. It's kind of hard to tell. Are you fucking juggling as we're talking?
Oh, absolutely. I got multicolored 8 balls.
You are the 8 balls. And
Yeah.
then Ikarath pulls out the 8-ball that he took from Alvin's pool table before it got demolished, and he goes, "I fucking love 8 balls.
Oh,
You're
this
my
is
bestest friend."
This is a different kind of 8 ball, Lord Ikarath.
Oh yeah, no, I figured, but like, this is how much I like 8 balls.
That's
and he
true.
tucks it
He
back away in
tells-
his pocket. And he goes, "Are they like people who hang out and spread words in this town about parties and stuff like that? Because we're gonna have the fucking grand opening of a lifetime."
I would assume you
I
talked to
hesitate
Alvin.
to be like, fetch me some children into my strip club, but like, they are pretty good urchins for running around and telling people there's gonna be a party.
I don't know. We're not supposed to have underage people in here.
Well, but like, that's what you normally do. So who do you do in this? Is there like, I don't know, a sleazy musician that we hire on occasion, a terrible DJ who can't get work somewhere else? Like, there's got to be somebody here we can have spread the words in the street.
Who would said the words in the street? It's difficult because all the crime got ran out of town. I guess you could have the day guards do it, but I wouldn't go near the night guards.
I mean, would the town not have a town crier?
Would there be?
Town criers are the people who announce.
You
all
could always
changing
bribe the town
news.
crier.
Oh my god, does he like drugs?
So how much?
I don't know.
How much cocaine did Ikarath just do?
Half a pound.
A pound. Oh, I thought it was a full pound.
Half a pound.
Half a pound? Okay, give me a sec. I'm trying to figure this out right now.
If that would be feasibly possible.
Oh no, I understand that he's got the capability of surviving this. I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna tell you how much overdosed a normal human being would
Oh,
be
God.
right now.
738,000%.
Yes.
You did enough cocaine to kill 29.24 Ikaraths.
Oh, I'm still standing, baby!
A lethal dose of cocaine for Ikarath is 7.756 grams, which translated to pounds is 0.017 pounds.
Bro, he's
I
just
think-
built
yeah.
different.
He's gonna start saying that when people are when people question him.
survived.
He's gonna be like, "Look, I'm just built different."
He survived a cocaine overdose 29 times, Hold.
He just slammed enough cocaine to kill Miss Lippy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
I
the
really hope
chosen
that
one.
Wrath starts using
Can
that, though.
we say that Ikarath's nose is just permanently whitened?
It's like
just
you put on
pale
just
from all the cocaine he's done.
It's like you just wrote
And that's like
a
physical-
hand lotion.
That's a new way you can describe Ikarath. He's the skinny elf with the white nose.
Ikarath white nose.
It's Ikrath the white nose drug.
No, I would say
Drug lord.
anytime you
Ikarath the white nose drug lord.
anytime you try to do any smelling, flip a coin, and if it is a 1, you lose your sense of smell and are unable to smell things, and if it's a 2, you can still smell.
Okay, that's fair.
Does this shit smell like anything to you? Nope, not at all. He is Ikarath.
That is gonna come in handy because someday somebody's going to try to put me out, and I'm just gonna be like, after 3 minutes of them smothering me, be like, I don't smell. Sorry, this is awkward for both of us now.
They try to wake you up with ammonia salts, and then you just don't react.
I guess he's dead, and then he stands up a few minutes later when somebody says mushroom.
Yep.
Oh,
All right. So what else are you doing, Ikarath?
He'd figure he'd want to check to see if there was like an office or anything around here, or a cellar specifically. 'Cause the idea is Ikarath wants to build a mushroom farm
This is a 1-level building.
underneath here with all the mushrooms that he's
unfortunately.
gathered from across the kingdom.
No,
All right, the
unfortunately.
profits from now on until completed, Jizba, is going to be, we're going to have a cellar. We're going to dig a cellar with the profits. It's going to be a nice cellar.
I don't
it's gonna
think
be
we can
dark.
do that. We have to.
I don't.
We pay our
think we have
profits
to-
to Alvin. You'll have to speak with him.
It's fine. Alvin is a dragon, and as I understand it, the entire city is in an uproar because of his teeth. It's a very
Oh, well,
fancy
they pay
thing.
the
I don't go in
taxes.
for it.
I don't take much profit.
Oh,
from
you take the
triggers.
taxes. I don't know how much profit this place would turn.
I don't know how. It
it is a stripping drug bar. Like,
But it's in a really
gonna make-
poor town.
Yeah, but it's still gonna make a lot of money because
We're gonna say it's
people-
gonna
Poor towns-
profit like.
Poor towns make more money for places like this than rich towns do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Because in
say
rich
like.
towns, they have actually nice places.
I'm gonna say like 15 gold a month. It's gonna profit after operational expenses, taxes,
Oh, that's more than enough to hire workers to get it.
pay to workers, etc. So.
Especially if it's a poor town, if the strip club's like, we're digging a secret cellar,
All right.
then that would spread rumors telling people that something really dope is going on in the strip club, because they're digging the worst kept secret in town, and then Ikarath's just gonna be like, by the way, I'm gonna grow mushrooms underneath the strip
I
club.
think you gotta get licensed for that.
The town like Safe Falls?
Yeah, no, Alvin gives out licenses for operating drug businesses.
Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, as long as he's just growing the mushrooms, then he can figure out selling them later. Plus, they gotta dig it
there is
first,
a license for.
and then
Is there a license for growing and selling, or just for selling?
Well, in like real life, to be
Well, in
a
your
dis-
city.
Well, I don't know. I would have to figure.
this is
that out.
medieval town. It would be like making sure that only licensed herbalists can grow.
Well, no,
No,
because
I-
Alvin owns the city basically, so he gets to make the laws.
I would
I
probably make
am the law.
I would probably make it if he decides to sell.
Okay, so you only need a license to sell.
Be that as it may be or may not. Tonight we party, and Ikarath will go right outside the front, and he goes, "Please give me some fucking fireworks," and he'll dig inside of his once-a-day party pack, and release whatever Flit gives him.
A small orb, a small white orb, rises up into
Crap
the
is
air,
very high right now, and he turns to the guard. He says,
and then
"Is
it
this
starts
cocaine?"
spinning, and it starts to turn red, and then pulse in the middle of
Oh,
the
it's
room
not cocaine.
and
It's
grow
not cocaine.
and grow,
He's flying.
and it explodes open, and everybody's blinded for about 5 seconds.
Keep in mind, I
And-
did walk outside at first, so this isn't happening to my customers. This is happening to anybody in the street
Oh
outside.
god, everybody in the street, including you, their clothes are gone. Everybody within a 30-yard radius.
Hey, can I make a reference here? Does this mean that Scott Pilgrim exists in the world, because that's a sex bomb
Oh god.
That was
And with that, we will leave Ikarath hanging, quite literally,
oh
as we flip over to the church that doesn't have a map at the moment with Rosalind and Callian.
okay.
And then we'll flip over to the people in the royal manor.
Okay, it doesn't have a map. Rosalind is gonna he's gonna go to like whatever the grot thing is, like the grot.
Oh,
place
there's just a
of
little
worship.
hut. It's
Okay,
a little hut
so-
with every god except for Lathandra in it. And
The
yeah.
big ones for Lathandra. Big Mummiel.
Yeah, you would see a note that says, church, other churches.
Other
to be
churches go suck
constructed."
it. You're not
To
important
be
enough.
constructed, because I had promises to people, and that's why I fulfilled my promises.
Sure. Okay. So what Rosalind's gonna do is he's gonna go in and he's just gonna like be chanting. And this isn't just and he's chanting, he's praying like, "Oh, Grot, the god that I worship, god of honor and courage, please bless me with your wisdom in these trying times because my brother is a dumbass. Help me see through the bullshit that has been spread so that I do not succumb to the delusions of grandeur and of madmen."
You get no response from Grot.
Okay.
However, we
And then
will
he-
also come back to you because Callian is not actually here.
Oh wait, really?
Yep.
Still?
He has
Oh well, that's all
stepped away.
Rosalind. That's all Rosalind was gonna do.
Okay.
So
We'll step back there in a bit, and we'll go to the
Yeah.
royal house with some subset of people that we need to figure out here. Callie is here, Cyrus is here, Ikarath is not here, Elred is not here, Nexus is not here. I don't think Nexus, are you here? Wait, why are you all in this room?
We all walked.
Okay, so you guys are all in this room, and
Over
this
to my
person
study,
is gonna go
'cause
clean
that's where I
over
sat.
there.
Oh, I have all these problems.
and a bitch ain't one.
What
got it.
do we solve here?
Oh wait, we gotta grab Cormal too.
Cormal's not here.
Oh, oh yeah, Cormal's wandering the streets.
Yes. What do? We have problems we have problems in every approach in this one. There's nothing clean about this. What do you think, Naxos?
Oh, are you unable to talk, Matt?
Yeah, he's at work still.
Oh.
It's been at work. Yes.
They need to think of the risk factors, hence the massive amount of typing. Yes. Oh, yes. We need to
Yeah.
think of all the risk factors.
Well, let's see. The risks are to the west to fight the dragons. We would be having to get into combat with 3 dragons at once. We'd have to bring them out into an open area where we could, or either an open area or fight them within a corridor small enough so that they couldn't pile up through.
But don't you think a corridor is a bad place for things that can breathe fire?
If we stand, I mean, yes, it is. But the problem is we would need, or then fight inside of an open cave so that we would be able to. We don't want them to have a lot of room to move. The more room they have to move, the more problematic it is. Yes, big enough for us to spread out, but we don't
Perhaps we
want...
should prepare a trap for the dragons.
Yeah, well, the problem is we'd have where to put the trap. I don't exactly have the ability to create a massive dome out of nowhere. I could commission Bartholomew to make something, but I don't know if we have the gold at hand, and nor the way to deploy it. Perhaps with the magical sigils, we might be able to have a massive dome arena to appear when we need it, but...
Can one of the magic users make your ballista invisible?
That could be done.
Transporting the ballista would be difficult, would it not?
Well, we just need a large enough cart and enough horses to pull it.
You have a Hydra.
Oh yeah, Hydra could pull the cart and that would be perfectly fine.
So the ballista would be useful then. I have 15 minutes, by the way.
We would need, if you want to make sure the dragons don't have the advantage, pin one of it with a ballista shot aimed correctly. We could pin its wing to its body, make it unable to fly.
The problem is there's 3 of them and they have a tendency to stay together.
That is quite the problem.
Well, then if we ground one of them, they'll have to either one, stay and continue the fight, or walk, or 2, leave and abandon the one to die.
The problem is if they leave towards safe falls.
Yes, that would mean we'd have to create some way of making sure they can't leave. Hence,
We need-
a defensive battle position.
We need to find a way to separate them in a way where they're the weakest, but we're the strongest, if that makes sense.
Oh, I just got a very nasty plan. But if we want to be able to use their scales for later use, it would probably ruin half of them.
You didn't notice scales on the dragons, by the way.
They don't have...
They have weird leathery,
scales?
hides.
Okay, they can still... Their hides can still be
Their
used.
hides can be used. They just don't have scales. They look like this. So instead of scales, it's this special whatever the fuck they're made out of.
Mm-hmm.
Those still look like they have scales to me.
There's no scales.
A little bit, not as
Like-
many.
I can see the scaled texture on their bellies, especially.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It's as he said it is. It is. It is.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Plus, I just don't want to introduce. Plus, I don't want to introduce that many dragon scales into the game.
I mean, those are 3 very large dragons. We have enough. They have enough material to forge an armor set for each one of us.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
I mean,
basically
a fair
how it is.
reward for taking out dragons, though.
But they live in a cave. Enough explosion and you could collapse the whole cave onto them. They come out beaten, bruised, and most likely with broken wings.
Oh,
since
scale
it's a-
mail is only 50 GP. That's not that bad. Okay.
No, that's not what we're looking at.
Oh, what are you looking at?
Dragon Scale is a special armor type that is gives +1 to any armor type you build it into, and resistance to the damage type the dragon is immune to. That's what Dragon Scale is.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's +1 AC to whatever armor you build it into, and a resistance to the damage type that they are immune to, as well as advantage on saving throws against dragon breath attacks. Those are the 3 bonuses from a dragon scale armor.
All right. You make it
so-
a subset of the amount.
Mhm. So, you would need to collapse the whole cave on top of them. But again, we're talking risk factors, we're not talking solutions yet. Risk factors of north, we wouldn't have to fight anything, but up there, we would run into someone who was most likely not going to be happy to see me. But we would need me up there to do our discussion.
With Jacob. And how strong is this opponent?
I have said before, if she were to come into combat with us, she would kill all of us with one single blow. The only people who can
Fair.
survive are people with cold resistance. As she is cold oriented.
You're probably getting a little choky choke there.
Yep.
You alright there, Alvin?
No, don't worry. Like I said, if I say too much, I die.
Well, I would stop pushing it then.
I'll at least give that. Anyone else can repeat what I've said as long as I'm not the one saying it. If you want more questions, you might be able to ask my wife. She knows who I met up there, and she can explain in full who she is. I cannot.
God, I don't like talking to your wife.
Well, you have no other choice.
I'll be right back.
If you don't want to do it, I can.
How about this? Let's both go.
Very well.
You hear puking coming from the lavatory.
I knock on Rain Davius's door.
Deck save? You jump back out of the way as the door flies open. Yes, who is it?
It's me, Noxus.
Why are you here? Who are
Have
you?
you seen Terry around? I'm
Yeah,
a good
she's
friend of
throwing
your
up in the
father.
bathroom.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I bow.
Perhaps I should go get Alvin to take care of that before we ask questions.
That's probably a good idea. I'll sit on the stairs near the top.
Alvin, your wife's throwing up. You may want to help with that. Oh, of course. Nox, Terry, do you need me to cast Lesser Restoration on you?
I don't think that it's gonna help.
It helped the one time. It might help now.
You did this to me.
Yes, that's why I'm offering to help with this.
Oh, fine, I guess. You can try.
I'll step in and cast Lesser Restoration.
The nausea temporarily abates. Thank you, Alvin.
All right. They have a question for you because I can't answer it, otherwise I may die.
I don't think I should answer it if it's what I think it's about.
What do you think it's about?
The thing that would kill you if you told about it, and you can never go near again. You're not allowed to.
Yeah, but they need to.
Oh, I don't care if
because
they go, just not you. Slutty
I know, but-
fucker.
we need to figure out information, otherwise the world is going to end.
That would
But
be
no.
unfortunate.
The Novostayan Church may corrupt a crystal that keeps this world away from the Shadow Realm. If they do, the Shadow Realm will pour into this world, never ending. And the corruption that attacked our city just before everyone departed their ways will take over the entirety of this world.
That's no place to raise a child.
Yes, and so we're coming up with a crossroads. We need a dragon's tooth. And there's only, 5 choices that we know of.
What are the 5 choices?
The 3 dragons that were under the control of Rorschach, who have broken free and are now opposing the rule over the city.
Oh, God.
Jacob, the dragon who owes me a favor, who is currently around the Sarish Mountains, and the other one. I cannot explain anything about the other one, but you can.
Did you forget about Pariti? I mean, nobody's seen her for generations, but that could be another option.
The church is already possibly at the location of the crystal. I don't know if Pariti is going to be much of an option on the table at the moment. We believe it's the place that no one goes, is where they currently are, and that's where the crystal remains. Information came from Trevor.
Well, Trevor told you it's probably accurate, but be careful around him.
I know. I'm well aware. But if you'd be so kind as to explain them who she is.
I can't.
You can to them. They won't ask me further questions.
Did you tell them to talk to me?
Yes.
Then I can't.
Is that going to hurt me as well?
Oh boy, you're not dying before the kid's born. You are definitely cleaning up those fucking poopy diapers.
So, no matter what, I die as long as I tell someone to talk to someone.
Correct, because you are revealing what's going on.
This doesn't help very much.
By sending them to me. If they had asked me and you hadn't told me, you would have been fine. Hadn't told them, you would have been fine.
Oh dear. Now I know. I won't tell anyone else. Maybe someone else would come up with the idea. Well, that's a dead end right there. Can't ask her anymore. Terribly sorry, dear, to disturb you.
I think the baby's the one disturbing me.
Yeah, also, yeah. We're just trying to figure out how to solve this before the world ends. You have an idea?
Oh boy. I'll let you text idea while I flip over to the church real quick.
Alright, I forgot I can speak. For another 2 minutes.
Okay, you got
Meanwhile,
2 minutes
at
to
church.
talk.
Okay.
Sorry.
I walk down
I'll
to
give him
Cyrus.
those 2 minutes. Go.
Wait, no, Cyrus heard. Shit. It'll have to be someone else. I walk up to Jordy or Jordan.
Uh-huh.
And I just walk up. It's like, can you go speak to Terry for us?
Oh, I am not going to talk to that woman unless I have to.
I'll
With all
pay
the
you.
shit she's been putting up with, she's been in a foul mood.
How does 25 gold sound?
Alvin, I quit! He takes the gold. What do you want me to tell her?
I just want you to go speak to her. Unfortunately, if I give you more information, we might put Alvin at risk.
Okay, give me the gold.
I pay him the gold.
Why are you quitting? I pay you 10 gold a month.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh Jesus, then he's not quitting. He said I have to check with Alvin first. Alvin,
Yes.
Your hobo friend wants me to talk to your wife for some reason.
Okay.
Don't say anything more, Alvin. Just approve.
Sure, why not?
I don't know how many layers this can travel through.
I'm not telling him why he's talking to the wife. And unfortunately, this is where my speaking ends, so enjoy.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
Just
just gonna
tell me-
go with it's not gonna work out. Just for simplicity's sake, unless somebody happens across it with her. That way I don't have to worry about where to cut off the chain of causality. I'm sorry.
You just hear me in the down below. Stop talking!
And now we flip over to the church that does not have a map. Go ahead, Callian.
Meanwhile, at church, I was mainly just coming here to check on any followers of Lathandra or.
Oh, it is packed full of followers of Lathandra, and
And
there's a
there's other
sermon
gods
going
here,
on. There's a tiny hut with other gods.
Oh, okay.
But this whole big church is Lathandra, and there's sermons, and they're going on about the only way to get out of your current strife and the squalor that you live in is to embrace Lathandra as your lady and savior. And then every day that you begin with Lathandra is another day closer to improving your life.
Yes, all good. I kind of feel bad for the other gods having their little hut, but I do appreciate the enthusiasm here for Lathandra.
As it should be. It's
Yes.
not like Rakoge.
Yeah,
Also,
these people are great.
Also, I figured out why Party 1 and Party 3 just work so well together, because you both had to go through fucking Rakoge before meeting each other.
It's a trial by fire. over there.
Exactly, it's a shared torment. Alright, so go ahead, Callahan.
Oh, well, I didn't really have too much to do here, except if Roslyn had anything to say.
Rosalind prayed to Grot, and Grot did not answer. Rosalind, do you have anything else?
Last thing that he's gonna pray before he's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, before he takes up the hold, put on hold, he's just gonna pray that, like, great and powerful, courageous and brave, please allow the guidance to reach those who follow you. I know that you may not be happy with all of your followers. And he's gonna look out, like, if there's like a door, and he's gonna look at the barracks for some reason. But it would mean the world to me if you could at least give those people a chance to do better. Even if it takes them a long time to figure it out. And he is gonna finish up praying, and he's gonna pop back out and just give like a thumbs up to Callian, and he's gonna get ready for bed.
Alright.
Nerd boy.
So we will send you off to bed. Ikarath, you are naked in the city streets. With everybody
thing
else
he-
around you and being naked as well.
First thing he'd do is cast Minor Illusion to just censor his genitals. Then I think he'd just be like, well, that didn't go the way I wanted it to. But
Women are
this is a good place to
screaming,
be
men are
naked, isn't it?
screaming, everybody's running around and diving into houses and alleyways around you. It's chaos.
He just kind of looks satisfied. He goes, yeah, this is about what I expected from Flip. And yeah, I guess he'd just go back inside and be like, if anybody shows up naked, half off their shit.
You just put up a sign.
Naked people, yeah, that'll just be a general rule of thumb for the...
Is there any rules about public nudity in your city, Alvin?
It's frowned upon.
not inside, so it's not where it's public, you know.
Well,
At least anymore.
Yeah,
Apparently.
The near.
Flitz made it pretty clear he likes naked people.
If
Yeah,
they're
that
not
works.
trying to be naked out on the streets, it's fine. If they're being naked inside of the church, it's fine. If they're outside and about just streaking, then it's gonna be like.
So
well,
Ikarath is
mentally
actually
scarring
cleaning up
kids.
the city streets for
Yeah.
once.
Mentally scarring children. No, let's stop right there.
So yeah, so Icarus is actually helping clean up the streets.
Yep.
All right. So what we're gonna do? So we're gonna wrap up everybody's little bits here. And do we even have a direction yet?
No,
No.
because everyone got into an argument on which way we should go.
I have an idea for something unrelated to that. But no.
All right.
I think Thalrak, wasn't he gonna make some scrolls of True Strike or something?
Thalrak takes his time going to the tavern after his visit, exploring the city alone. Before the tavern, he goes to bed in a room that he rents. All right.
Yep.
So, Corval, what are you doing in the streets?
Cormal's wandering around looking for gems to collect. If someone's wearing them, he won't take them. But if they're out in the open and sitting on the ground, he takes them.
There's some stalls you could try and steal from.
No, he's not going to actively steal.
Okay, then yeah, you don't find any gemstones.
Okay.
All right. Tharex went to sleep. I think we've pretty much covered everybody for the day. So we'll say everybody sleeps, and it's the next morning. Wait, Magni, do you have any more things? That's who I forgot.
No, not really.
And Elizabeth. She's in bed, yeah, because he's working. Okay. So then, yeah, we'll go to the next day. Everybody wakes up. Where are we going? What are we deciding to do this day? Well, we still don't know what we're going to do, and the time is drawing near, and the world's going to end, and...
Well, it sounded like people were heading off to the assistant's barrack.
Yep. So we'll flip
I'm gonna
over
head
there. So the morning is up. People are in. They're eating breakfast. They're serving booze already at 9 o'clock in the morning. Papa vodka is on tap.
It seems that my workers don't waste time. Good morning, everyone.
And they kind of wave and say, "Good morning. The booze helps us forget about the creatures roaming the night."
I am aware. I know that they disturb you.
I think they disturb just about anybody.
Yes, well, I'm hoping to get into negotiations with them to, calm things down. I know that it's one of your biggest, what do you say? Things that you're all against, but they certainly cleaned up the crime around here, and I hope to at least alleviate the worries of people. I've got a plan, and it's working on it. Don't worry.
Well, it's good that you have a plan.
Well, God already trust you on doing what you need to do, so...
Is everyone... I'm assuming everyone here knows what they are, correct?
No.
Or they've heard rumors. I'm saying this to my assistants.
We're almost... I mean, there's no official documentation, but I mean... If it swims like a fish and smells like a fish, it's probably a fish.
Let's not talk these terminology when Ikarath gets here, because he's gonna start calling them fish.
Yeah, Ikarath, when are you getting here?
I mean, that amount of drugs in his system, he would either never show up or he'd show up early, so... So since I'm assuming we're not gonna go with the show up early, Ikarath just kind of.
You could be boozing in Elvin's office.
Yeah, yeah. So he comes out from the back and just leans in the doorway right there, and is just looking at everybody slightly bleary-eyed.
And Terry gave you permission to drink all of Elvin's classy booze whenever you wanted.
That's fine. Alvin never drinks it, so.
Ikarath is gently sipping at a decanter full of the high-class booze.
At least someone's enjoying that. You were saying is that can I reveal what I've discovered they are, or is that against the agreement?
I don't think so. No, you didn't ever say that it had to be a secret.
Okay.
I don't think so. He did. I don't think he did, anyways.
I don't remember saying anything about that, but I discussed it with him, and I was like, I figure what they are, and I'm gonna figure out how to, calm things down, and that's where I'm starting to do the research.
Yeah. He didn't make you
blood.
promise secrecy. I think you've just been keeping secrecy just to not publicly say what you've done. But I don't think you've told any party members either.
Yeah, no party members know, and I'm willing. As long as everyone here is willing not to discuss this openly with the public, then I will say what it is.
Well, they are your hired employees. You can just tell them not to tell anyone.
Yeah, don't say anything, people. My assistants, don't say anything. The Night God of Vampires.
Oh boy.
I've brought them in with the assistance of a high member of the group of the city. I have brought in vampires to keep crime down at night.
Is it Trevor Martin?
Marin.
Or Martin?
Yes, it would be Trevor Marin.
That
The
doesn't
vampires
surprise me.
aren't doing anything bad. I will say that. Though they have taken a few cattle in.
It's only time till the powder keg blows.
What kind of
City
cattle?
full of sparks. Powder keg.
These cattle were sickly men.
What kind of cattle? I have to do my Cyrus voice.
Sick and nearly dead homeless on the street who are now living lives of leisure and grandeur in warm houses, fully clothed, and a place safe from everything else.
So you basically have solved the homeless problem.
Do you think we can refer Wes?
No! No! I'm not sending Wes in. I am currently in the process of researching the creation of synthetic blood. Not only will this be given to the vampires who are working here in the city, they would be given as a trade option with the city of Watum. I've discussed with them they are just vampires who are trying to live within a society, within a world that doesn't treat them quite fair. And
we live in a society.
they just want to be able to live their own lives.
Could we convince the vampires to fight the dragons?
I don't know if... I don't know if I want to be in another debt at the moment.
I mean, if you get someone who's sick or weak or old and say, here, you can drink all the blood from them if you help us fight the dragons, there you go.
Well, in about a few... With the pace that I'm currently at, I need... Once I obtain more funds, I can hire more people from Khadun up above, where I hired my initial researchers. We could have it produced much sooner, but at the current trajectory, I have 3 years until synthetic blood will be finished. Once done, I can pay them in full with that. They don't want to hurt people. The only time that problems occur, and I'm going to warn everyone in here, full moons are their greatest weakness. Please do not go outside during a full moon. Even the most elder of vampires loses their brain during a full moon. Well, the elders are the only ones who can survive a full moon. They're a little, just uncomfortable on the full moon, and they get blood hungry, but they're able to stave it off. The adults and young vampires get real blood frenzied on the full moon. But that is my explanation as to what the night guards are and my information that I know. I've had talks with them, and they're being civil about it.
It's a good thing Voltaire's not here.
Alvin, I have one question.
Yes?
Have you considered moving out of this city? This place sucks.
What sucks for what? There's multiple reasons.
There's vampires, there's dragons who want to come, there's awful elections, there's crime, people trying to sell me cocaine.
Actually,
everywhere.
there's very little crime now.
Crime is actually quite far down, and drug regulation.
Because there's vampires.
And drugs are heavily regulated, and we actually have a lot less people abusing them now.
You know, I feel like all of us here, we really haven't seen much of the world. Maybe we should go check out some other cities.
Yes, abandon my duties here as mayor of the city, and never hear the end of it from my wife. Perfect idea. I understand your concern, but I have tied myself to this place, and I don't have an option to leave. Unless you have some solution that would get me out of here, then there's nothing we can do.
I have one solution, but it's a terrible one, so let's not resort to that.
Very well.
So what are we going to do about the Fang and getting that hammer?
If we don't want to turn in the idiot,
Handing over Kraylin sounds like the easiest part. It's the dragon's tooth I'm very concerned with.
that's the whole thing. All right, so Kraylin, if handed over, means that opens up Jacob for the tooth. If we don't hand over Kraylin, that means that I have no choice but to use my favor to have Jacob fulfill his oath to his half-brother. Or fulfill the task that his half-brother wants him to do. And that is to become the guardian of one of the crystals.
He will likely become corrupted.
No, I have a feeling that after that scene, as we would set him up to become a guardian, he would become the guardian after the crystals have been destroyed. And
Can Cornwall hear you talking about additional guardian options?
Yes.
Just might want to take that into account.
More options, more options, more options. I want to be a guardian!
Oh yeah, you forgot about the wee one wanting that.
But we'll discuss that in a bit. But yes, if we want Jacob as a guardian, then we would need to find an alternative for the Fang. So if we take Kraylin, Jacob is open for the Fang. If we don't take Kraylin, then Jacob is no longer open for the Fang. That's one option there. Next, there's another creature up there that we could get a Fang from, and there's several options with them. I cannot go into depth with that, but that is all I will say. And then there's the 3. If we take down the 3, that takes a lot of pain off of my chest and makes things easier for my life. It also allows me to fund the city more. If we go
I'm fine with killing the 3 dragons. I think that benefits us all in the long run better. As for Kraylin being turned into Tremius, honestly, that's really our only option right now to get the hammer.
Yes.
Because I don't see an alternative. What Tremius gives us the hammer without Kraylin.
The only alternative is to have Jacob come and be a guardian. And as we heard from him when we were in the Shadow Realm, Thalrak, he was against it. He doesn't want to be the guardian. He doesn't want to serve his half-brother.
Yeah, and he's also probably not super thrilled if he'd go up there and ask him to do it. He'd probably not want to do a favor for us anyways.
Jacob would be fine with it. Well, Jacob might listen to me. Yes, that should be pointed out that, as you explained to me, Jacob is the first option for the hammer as well. But so we have a lot of options here, but we need to decide, and decide soon, so I can start making preparations.
Tremius did tell us that Jacob was looking for someone, Serena, I believe her name was.
Alvin shudders at that name.
Alright, well, we don't know who that is, though.
I mean, if we find this Serena, we might be able to have her help us convince Jacob, or we could always just take Kraylin in, which seems like the easier option.
Oh yeah, let's have Serena be the one. Yeah. You're gonna bribe her by sleeping with her. That's what you gotta do.
What was that?
That's the person I've been talking about this entire time.
Oh, she's the one up in the...
Yes.
Oh. Then why don't we do the best option and hook the couple up?
She doesn't want to... She wants half-breed. She doesn't want dragons.
We're getting her laid with Tremius. That's what he
Did she
wants,
specifically say that, though?
She never told me if she wanted a drag. She didn't say anything about drag. She's looking for half-breeds at the end. She wanted to create as many half-breeds as possible. That's what she told me.
Oh, is it? Okay, then yeah, continue. I sometimes forget the minute details.
So-
she wants as many half-breeds as possible.
So why... But what would be bad... Why would she be against going with Tremius?
Oh, do you really think Tremius would want to sleep with her?
Look, man, he's all nothing but what, God forbid, he needs to get laid now and again.
Hey, try convincing him. I'd honestly pay to see that.
Icareth can arrange
I can
for
put
that.
a show on, like, wouldn't be the real thing, but it'd be fucking close.
Yeah, I just want to pay to see you try to convince him. That's what I want to see.
Oh, I thought you meant you actually wanted to watch Tremius fuck a dragon.
No, I don't want to watch that.
Fuck, whatever.
What if... Well...
The question is,
what
do we
are
have
the
time?
pros and cons of not giving Kraylin, but giving this woman to Tremius?
Oh, we need
A
Jacob.
pro is probably we
Jacob
don't
is-
give Kraylin.
Jacob is what we're giving to Tremius. Wait, hold on. We're giving Tremius to her now. Hold on.
It's
Are we trying to go
ideas.
for option 3 and not give Kraylin or Jacob, and we try and get Tremius to sleep with the lady
I
up
thought-
in the mountains?
I thought that's what that's another
No,
person that
Tremius-
Tremius wanted.
No, Tremius just wants Jacob.
Yeah, Tremius wants Jacob to take over as guardian for the forest.
Okay.
He doesn't want anything to do with her.
Alvin's
it's-
trying to figure out ways to convince Jacob to give him a dragon fang.
Yes. And Jacob is looking for her.
Yes.
So Jacob's looking for her. Tremius is looking for Jacob. She's looking for people to have sex with. Yeah, she's not a big fan of me. She hasn't actually exactly stated whether or not. No, she said she doesn't want me back up there until my task is done. So, yeah, she doesn't really want me up there much until my task is done, which is I have to send someone to her every 3 months for the next 2 years. Then, but yeah, and then we have the 3 dragons looming over the city that are now taking their tax of 1,300 gold a month, so. There's plenty of options. I don't know. I want to hear people's opinions.
I think ultimately we should go around the table and see what everyone thinks, and then take a vote.
Again, like, pros and cons of each option which should be laid out. Before
Everybody
we start.
roll initiative for this, just to streamline it.
Oh, nice. We're killing each other. I love it.
No, just to state your shit.
Oh, I get to vote twice.
Oh, well.
All
Hold
right.
on. I have another person to roll.
All right, so Callian gets to give 2 arguments for his side. But Cornwall still somehow gets to go first.
What? I rolled a 20 and I go second.
Yes, clearly. Clearly, you gotta do better, scrub.
A dragon
He's
is
a child.
A dragon is a dragon. Wait,
I just imagine Coral being like super excited, and that's why he like gets to go first. He's like,
a dragon's a
I'm
dragon.
imagining that Callian's about to talk, and then Carmel jumps in front of him.
yeah, pretty much.
Don't listen
Okay,
to
everyone,
them.
I have some ideas, and
No, listen to me. I want to meet the dragons, but if we have to fight them, that's fine. And I want to try to become a guardian, so let's work towards that.
And we move over to Callian.
okay, I would
Yeah,
like
you're
to
6
cast
seconds.
silence so no one else can talk.
Well, 12. Yep, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. What happened? What happened?
No, I'm joking. I'm not casting silence, but that would be pretty funny.
Roll initiative, Rosalind.
No,
Oh no! What happened? And where? Why is?
We're
We're
discussing-
making our final closing arguments for whatever choices each person wants, and then after each person has gone once, or in Callian's case twice because nat 20, then then we will go through in the same order. Do we want? And you guys can decide what kind of a vote you want to do.
Oh god! So we're literally just doing. Okay.
I will facilitate a blind vote if you guys so choose to do it that way. You have plenty of staff here to pull that off.
okay, so for my first turn, I cast silence. For my second turn, I turn it off because that was a joke, and I will I'll tell everyone. Okay, now that we're quiet, thank you, Cormel. I just want us to each like take some turns, like talking about what we think the best idea could be. Me personally, I feel like no matter what we do, we should be on the move because the faster we leave, the better. I don't know where this Jacob person is. I don't know where the dragons are. I don't know where any of these people, the Tremius, are. So you guys would lead the way, but I'm just down for acting faster rather than waiting around. That's all I have to say. Who wants to talk next? Alvin, maybe you?
It is Alvin.
Thank you, Callian. When it comes to our tasks, the doing things in the Sourish Mountains will require me to be there, and it's going to be rather difficult, especially due to my complications with Thravia. So, while I understand I'll need to go there, my ultimately falls more to taking down the 3 dragons to the west, because getting rid of them will not only allow us to obtain the teeth, we would be able to obtain materials that would increase our defenses and our survivability when we move to fight the Nova Stained Church. But we would also be able to take a problem that may appear to us in the future date. Perhaps the dragons come back and then actually do wreak revenge upon anything that was connected to Rashak. And to those who helped her, we would all be on the target list. Magni, do you have something you would like to say?
Well, sure. I think that, again, handing over Kraylin is the best option when it comes to getting the hammer from Tremius. And I'd have to say either having Alvin speak with this Jacob character for Fang, involving no fighting, and since we're going up to that area already to give Kraylin to Tremius, or we do what Alvin suggested and take down the dragons. So that way we avoid any of the problems to this nice city you have for yourself. Well, that's about it. Nexus, what do you think?
Nexus message will appear in the chat soon, I'm guessing.
Yes, Nexus will get skipped until it shows up. Ikarath.
I think everything sounds good. Let's do it.
Useful. Naxus, I believe taking down the dragons would be the best option. We gain extra funds from the town, for the town, as well as the hides from the dragons. We should be able to make weapons and armors from the dragons. As Alan has protested, going north at this time might not be the best option. Negotiations could take too long as well. In regards to the hammer, I think whatever works. And then we'll pretend that he didn't say correct. We're going to say, Rosalind, what's your input?
Well, as much as I think that it's a good idea to fight the dragons, you know, so then we don't have to go up and deal with whoever's so scary, but at the same time, while the extra funding would be fantastic, we aren't putting ourselves at a risk because, well, what if Rashok comes back? I know that they're pissed at her, but she might have a way to take control of them, or maybe even little Rondavius. Maybe not now, but maybe down the line, it feels like we're just not utilizing a resource, you know?
Kalia is absolutely distraught about you hearing her saying enslave the dragons once more.
Rosalind, okay, what, that is exactly what he is saying, but that's also not what he's saying. He's saying, well,
taking over control of the dragons, as we have discovered, is just enslaving them.
Okay, what Rosalind is saying is maybe having the dragon. He didn't know how to put it because he thought that the dragons were working with Rashok.
No, they were enslaved.
Yeah.
You would have heard that when they crashed down. They said we were mind controlled.
Was he?
Yeah,
no, he was there.
Oh, yeah, you were flying on it. You cast
no.
Featherfall.
Yeah, you would, and you also would have heard when they came down to interrogate Alvin. I told you guys to hide. You didn't. You were close enough to hear the discussion I had with the dragons, where they said you watched as she was controlling us, forcing us against our will.
Oh, then never mind.
She actually,
no.
Just to go back even further, she told us in this very room that she was controlling them.
That's true.
Okay, then never mind. No, he would not say that. He'd say, yeah, I think that we need to take care of the dragons. Plus, I mean, push comes to shove and their teeth are either rotten or something's wrong with them, then we always have a backup option.
And then
I am so sorry. I just traumatized Kalia.
And then we flip to Cairo.
As much as it pains me, so if our negotiation tool cannot get into the Sarish Mountains safely, then we may not have much leverage to get Jacob to hand us over a thing. If that, we would be putting ourselves to risk if Alvin says that this creature out there can easily wipe us all out on their own. So I say, to obtain the Fang, we have no choice but to fight the three dragons. As far as getting the hammer, I guess Kraylin is the most Seems to be the most optimal approach, but if we can somehow get Jacob to come down with Alvin's help, then we can use that as our approach.
Rosalind should have interjected it and for the hammer bit and said, "Oh, for the hammer, by the way, let's just give Kraylin up. Easily weakest link."
Thalrak, do you have an input on this?
I think for the Fang, the dragons are absolutely the best way to go. There's so many more benefits to killing them than I believe keeping them alive. Alvin loses his terraces. The town gets a crap ton of money, which, in all hindsight, we could put some of that towards us for what we need for other ventures. And then on top of that, the armor benefits from the dragon hides and their scales. There's just a lot more to that being a eliminated threat to us as a group than to leave them going free. As for the hammer from Tremius, I am perfectly okay with us taking care of the dragons first. If something arises that we can not have Braylon get turned into Tremius, fine. If we can get Jacob to go with him, awesome. Or if there's a magical third option that appears, go for that. But if the time comes, we have to pick between Jacob and Braylon, I think we should have another discussion at that point to see if we go with someone that doesn't want the job or someone that's gonna probably be imprisoned by Trebius. So I'm not sure exactly what that beef is.
All right, Elizabeth is gonna come after. Oh wait, no, Matt's. Oh,
Matt's probably already typed
all right, Matt, send it now.
it all out. He's just
Okay.
Yeah, it's right
Elizabeth for walks up to the crowd. I just want dragon armor, and as I said yesterday, I work best on support, so I will work to keep everyone alive. For the hammer, turn in the dead guy.
because he's been kind of dead this entire time.
And then Callian gets one more rebuttal, and then we all go to a vote.
Okay, the last thing I just want to say, everyone, is you guys have been such great friends. Yeah, no hard feelings when people vote against each other, okay?
All right, so how do you choose to vote? We can do a blind. You can do however you choose to do it.
I think we should do a public vote, personally.
Go down the list and say yay and nay to tasks.
Sure.
Well, there's
what's the
multiple
task?
options, so
Yeah.
is it
Oh,
public
yeah, so-
or is it hidden? Is really the question.
Public.
Okay.
think
Everybody
public.
else in agreement?
Wait, just one sec. DM, I gotta message you something. This is not my vote. I'm gonna vote publicly, but
Yeah.
And I think the most optimal is to vote for now. The dragon incident in which way we go. We can figure out the hammer incident after that.
Yeah, that's what I said. We should
Did
take a
anybody
vote.
lock Kraylin in his room, or did you guys just leave him in his room?
we just kind of
left
left
him
them.
I'm pretty
wasn't
sure
left
that if the guards found out he was in there, they probably locked him in so he doesn't cause trouble.
Okay.
Because remember, my mercenaries don't like him either.
Oh yeah. They definitely posted a guard at the door.
Okay.
Yeah, because of what you did, you
Oh yeah,
smashed
because I
things.
sucked at the piano.
You sucked at the piano and then crushed a cup with your bare hand and threw another one back at someone.
Yeah, they would not let you out into the. No, they would 100%. They do not. Yep. Kraylin-ness has come back on him again.
Okay.
I have one of my most elite guards sitting in front of here. One of my least mercenaries.
Oh,
in
is
front of you.
Smoothie an elite?
She's she's 45 HP, does she not? She's Smoothie's
This
the one
says
with
50.
the ability. She has 50 HP, and she's the one that throws the daggers that
Oh,
have 4
shit.
dex saving throws when
I just
she
picked
throws
her
her
at
daggers.
random.
Yeah, Smoothie's one of my most powerful.
Wow. I just picked
Yeah,
her at
I'm-
random.
Yeah.
All right. So we have our first vote goes to Cornwall on the issue of hammer. How do you suggest it be resolved? Short
Yeah, I thought we
answers
were voting on
only.
the dragons.
We're doing dragons. We're gonna do hammer. And,
Yeah, hammer's gonna be later.
Okay, we're
later
gonna delay
date.
hammer. So Fang, how do we get it, Cornwall?
You know, we might be able to get another 8. All right, fight!
Fight 3 dragons. And Callian,
I vote no fight.
what's your alternative?
I have no idea.
No vote for Callian.
There we go. I abstain.
Alvin.
Italian, you're the definition of why people don't like centrist ideologies. It's like, I don't know why. It's like, just please, we're gonna
Not
die.
centrist. I just don't like.
I know you don't
Callian
like
has reasons, but
confrontation.
whatever.
Yeah,
I would
Callian has good
prefer-
reasons.
I
True,
prefer
it's
to
just-
avoid. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're fine. I was just making a joke.
I would prefer to avoid going up to the north.
Oh, wait, what happened?
Oh, I just moved you over to like don't talk
We are
over
in the
other
heart.
people.
I would prefer to not head to the north and face that of which is in Sarish Mountains. So I would prefer to vote to fight the dragons to the west.
Magni.
Let's make like the dwarves of old and slay some dragons.
And Nexus. Slay for Nexus. Ikarath.
Always down for killing dragons.
All right. Rosalind.
I think that we slay the dragons. It's better than a lot of the alternatives. Plus,
And we're gonna say romance plot for Kalia.
what?
No, let's hook up Jacob and the lady in the mountains.
Serania.
Yeah, that's the most
Okay.
least violent option. She would vote for that. And Cyrus.
Cyrus was negotiations with Jacob
Okay. Negotiations.
because he was pushing for that quite
Okay.
heavily.
And Rosalind, you were fight, you said?
Yeah, Rosalind's fight. He's like, yeah, that seems to be the least deadly option.
Cairo?
The battle is the most advantageous.
And Thalrak.
I'm for fighting the 3 dragons.
And Elizabeth has already answered. So with a vote of, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 votes for fight. Wait, no, 1, 2. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 9 fights. 1 get them to hook up. 1 negotiate with Jacob, and 1 abstain. Which means you guys all have decided to fight 3 dragons.
I love how in D&D, it's literally easier to fight 3 dragons than just, you know, have to deal with a lady who wants a D appointment. Obviously, that's not the entire
Yeah.
situation, but if we're being reductive,
Well,
What's
plus,
funny is you
on the
know who
one-
this is, you just don't know who this is in character.
Well,
I
like as Thalrak is putting it in his head right now, we only need 1 Fang. But what's to say that we can't make more?
Who knows if we need more pickaxes in a later date? Maybe a
Well,
pickaxe
not
is
even
only good
that.
for 1 crystal.
Well, not even that. It's if we have to destroy the even if what we've been told is true that we have to destroy the 1 crystal, Thalrak in his head is going, we shouldn't rely on 1 person, even as much as his dwarven pride wants him to carry that thing all the way to the end to smash that damn crystal. He's also trying to keep his ego in check.
Oh, are we voting on the hammer now?
No. This is just
No, I meant in general. Were we voting on that now?
ideas in his head for
Today?
No. The general consensus was voting on another after the dragon.
Especially since
bit.
we're gonna be, it's a 2-month journey to reach the dragon, so it's gonna be.
And plus, God forbid, another option comes up that we weren't aware of before we voted.
Yep.
So we're pretty much like, it's something that people need to think about. We'll get to that vote when the time comes to actually vote on
Okay.
it. But Thalrak, at least in his head right now, is going, instead of just having one that could potentially easily get lost, depending on the scale of this fight that's going to become the giant crystal bit, we should probably have more than one, so that way there's backups in case something happens to one of them.
If we ultimately decide that we want to take Kralin up, we'll be passing that location before we depart, but that'll be a several day detour to do that. And by the time we return, there's going to be an additional, 5,000 gold waiting for us, so that's even more funds that we can put into our efforts.
Yep.
That's...
Again, like, overall, I think it's more of a benefit than any kind of loss to kill the 3 dragons, because we'll have more fangs. So if we decide that we need more than one of the hammers, or pickaxes, we can make them.
And 12,000 gold to bolster our defenses here, as well as boost our efforts to work with. When World's End is on the line, we have no choice but to take the most drastic path. I apologize, Kale and Cyrus, that everything is turned against the both of you, and sorry, Callian, I knew you were looking for an alternative.
Well, we still have to find the dragons, so...
I know exactly where they are.
He does.
They told me exactly where they're located. And they're waiting for a gold shipment. They will find gold with us.
As it's getting late, I think we should prepare. We should do our shopping and prepare to leave in the morning. There's no time to wait.
Isn't it morning right now?
Oh no, you guys have been talking all day.
Oh.
Okay, that's fair.
I tried to do some condensing there with the format we did it in, but I assumed you guys would be debating all day.
Yeah, that's very fair. This is a conversation that would absolutely take hours to do.
I'll need to charter some things ready before we can depart.
Also,
that's fine.
Clean up, because we're gonna cut it here shortly.
Yep.
I'll remember XP firsthand. We're gonna give you 702 experience. However, you can request one physical item that is magical, and I may create one. Each person get one magical item created for them, but you don't get to tell me what it does. You only get to tell me what the item is. It's like, in generic terms, a boot, a necklace, an earrings, a something.
Oh.
Can we have to tell you now, or can we DM it to you after?
No, it will be done. The shopping, also include any shopping you guys do and any prep you do in the campfire. The campfire will work really well between now and Sunday for magical items.
Which campfire should we use?
Respective parties, I'm guessing.
Yeah, just do it in each separate one. No, do it.
Can we use the safe halls?
Yeah, use the safe hall. Everyone says fucking safe halls. Good job.
Yeah, we're all there.
5 XP to Callian.
Woo!
Wait, okay, so we forego the experience to get the magic item? Is that what you're saying?
No. Oh, well, actually, let's go with, you can get half the experience to get a magical item.
Okay. Because that's what it sounded like you were saying. Because I was like,
I don't. It's hard to balance. Yeah, that's a good balance. So
Okay, so we're forgoing the
351 for when a magical item, or 702 and no magical item.
Wait, what was the amount for a magical with the magical item?
51.
351. It's half
351.
half the experience for
Okay.
a magic item.
702 or 351. We make stuff up.
Yeah.
And then, of course, whatever the cost of the magical item actually is to purchase. But we'll go. And if... Imagine having gold.
Does Alvin need to distribute the last of his gold to whoever wants it?
No, we have some in the party fund, but I don't
Yeah,
think personally
well-
people in our party have a lot.
Well, I mean,
Dalek
you are
does not
gearing
have a lot
up
of
for a
gold.
dragon fight, so I imagine you'd want to work that together. But also, determine a budget you want for that magic item as well, so it can scale appropriately. I might bring it down and make the cost down, but I won't ever make it more than whatever your budget is, and I'll scale it down to that budget.
Mhm.
Yeah. Kralen's gonna go broke, but he's gotta go big.
Well, if you put up 500, you still may only get a 200 item, and it only costs 200. It's just that.
It's just like, yeah.
It's an upper limit. Because shopping is a bit of a tedious thing. So we're going to streamline it. But thanks to you guys all for playing. Thanks to you all for watching. We've got Party 4 on Friday again with a fish.
Let's go! Party 4, the greatest party.
Which is probably a good thing that you guys chose your choice, because they're headed into the Sarish Mountains as well.
Yeah, we would have collided with them if we had gone into the Sarish Mountains.
Oh, yes.
You either would have collided or you would have come across the dragon's dead body.
Or what would have been really bad is, what if you came across it and then a certain somebody killed Kralin?
I mean, would that really be all that bad, though?
And with that, we will end our session. Thanks for being here.